Welcome, good students, wherever you are. This is The Samaritan by Lara. Act 1, Scene 1. The Failed Award. The Failed Award. This comes as a promise. It in our previous uploads, in our previous classes that we had, good students. I'd promised you that I was going to do a summary and an approach of this particular play right over here by Lara. A new set of things. We expect new dimensions. We expect new setting. We expect new information, and of course, it's going to be tons and tons of information that you're going to expose ourselves into. So let's dive into it. But before we dive into it, if in case you're in this particular platform, it is your first time that you've bumped across this work, how about a thumbs up, a like, a subscription, and of course share it with good friends, especially those ones that this work makes sense to them. And therefore, without that much further ado, Act 1, Scene 1, The Failed Award. Alright, there are many things that you're supposed to be talking about here, but quickly, hoping and working on the premise that you've read the text, the things there are in that I'm going to be talking about, deliberating on one by one, in that particular order of procession, they would already make sense if you've read the text. So if you haven't, then this information would not really be very clear. But working on the premise that you've read the text, then this work would really make sense to you. So let's learn. Let's embrace this particular work, and if literature is something or is one field that you're passionate about, then definitely this is one channel that you would want to hook up yourself with, so that you don't get maybe lost in our future uploads. Welcome. So we straight away get introduced to the setting. The setting is at Sagrada Secondary School Hall at around 10 a.m. This school is on a hill in Maracas Municipality. The teachers and students are seated, and Mr. Carmona, the school deputy principal, walks in and goes straight to the podium. There is silence. He greets everyone, and the students respond in chorus. He informs them that the Samaritan, that is the winning innovation in the year Secondary Schools National Innovation Competition, will be officially launched in the municipality. The event will be presided over by His Worship Honorable Mosi, and that is the mayor. The mayor, few distinguished municipal leaders and members of the local school board have arrived in school and will shortly come into the hall. The students were to remain standing and quiet until the guests are led into the hall by the principal. Once the guests are seated, Mr. Carmona, that is the deputy principal, tells the students to sit. Shortly, the mayor walks in alongside the principal of the school, Ms. Narine. Now, they are followed by the deputy mayor, Honorable Ramdaye, the municipality political opposition leader, Honorable Basdeo, the chief executive officer, Maracas Municipality, Mr. Hafesta, and then the members of the local school board. Two journalists shortly enter the hall, fully armed with their paraphernalia. You can imagine the stand and the big cameras. Now, the deputy principal asks the students to take their seats. He then invites the school principal to welcome the guests and lead them through the rest of the program. The principal welcomes the guests to the ceremony in which they officially are to launch the Samaritan and present a prize to Alvita and Montano, students at Sagrada Secondary School who created the winning innovation. The principal invites Nicole, the ethics and innovation teacher, to introduce the innovation. Alvita and Montano, they take us in the future. 50 years to come. They make us understand what is happening now, and they exaggerate what will happen in 50 years to come. We are exposed to climate change, use of technology, and they further tell us about the innovation of the Samaritan. The mayor rises to his feet, wears his hat, picks his walking stick, and walks center stage. He says that they will neither launch the innovation nor present the prize on this day because they need time to reflect on the implications. He sends away the teachers and students so that they can discuss with the principal and teachers and the teacher Nicole the way forward of the innovation. He then tells them that they will not precede the Samaritan, as it may turn out to be a platform for misinformation, lies, and witch hunt. The mayor tells the principal that he has it within her powers to find a way around it. He tells teacher Nicole to figure out a way, like writing to the Ministry of Education indicating that there are some fundamental errors in it that need to be solved. He attempts to corrupt them so that they can do away with the Samaritan. He raises his voice at the teacher and reminds her through blackmail that his decision supersedes those of any education official anywhere in the country. That is found on page 17. Piro is one of the characters around. Piro tries to tell him that they cannot overrule the ministry. But the mayor proudly says that he does not argue with simple chairman of a local school board. Nicole tries, remember Nicole? The teacher of ethics and innovation. Nicole tries to make him understand that the app has been online for a month, hence it has been taken over by the National Information and Communications Technology Corporation, but Mayor Mosi raises his voice at her even louder and tells her to go and write the letter and copy my office through your school principal. He wants to find a copy of the letter in his office in 1 hour's time. Mosi appreciates all for honoring his call for an emergency meeting. He tells them that there is a new trend gaining around in the municipality that could adversely affect the leaders. He had asked Harvester to buy all the newspapers, as these newspapers focused on the municipal leaders and had headlines that are extremely damaging. For Ted and Jaden, these were unusual problems that readers must have with the media from time to time. Jaden further suggests that they need to blackmail the reporters and the editors with more boxes of chocolate. Bembe also suggests that they can threaten some of them. Mosi narrows down the problem to the Samaritan, which is the source of information in these newspapers. Mosi reminds them that he had declined to officially launch this innovation by students by Sagrada Secondary School the previous year because he had figured out that it could be a problem for them. Harvester explains to the members that the Samaritan is a mobile application in which people are posting and sharing any information that they have on the conduct of the municipality. Seymour proposes that they obtain cash, identify those most active in posting information, and pay them off to stop doing it. Mosi says that there is public outcry over sums of money every month without rendering any service, that is the supply of air. Harvester says that there are many other allegations, including drug trafficking, grabbing of public land, inflation of the cost of municipal projects, use of proxies to secure municipal tenders, undertaking shoddy public works, and gang warfare. Mosi therefore further adds that there is a lot of lifestyle audit of individual municipal officials, where they live, the kind of houses they live in, and their businesses, the vehicles that they own, other properties in their possession, when the properties were acquired, and a lot of other personal details. That was a very quick, abrupt summary of episode 1 and the bone of contentions of episode 1. I mean, not episode 1, but Act 1, Scene 1 of the Samaritan. I would prefer that good students that you pause in between the work, because it will also be of relevance that some of the work, it was not just only like a narrative, because from the beginning towards the end I've been doing narration. So let's say you got a point in between, you might as well want to pause in between and then take time with that one. Above all, stay put for the future updates, because this is not the end. We're going to be uploading several series of the Samaritan by John Lara until we familiarize ourselves with this particular work completely. Once again, that good reminder, share this work, recommend this work to the people or to the ones that you know that this work will really benefit them, and let's learn together. And you people, you've been successful. In fact, you've been the people behind the success of this particular channel right over here. Adios for now.